Schickler, and welcome to episode 19 of Schick Pick 6. As always, major headlines in the NFL from Week 3, and of course, some baseball news as well. Pick number 6, we start out with Pete Alonso. I know the Mets may not make the playoffs, but Pete Alonso has been absolutely amazing. He hit his 50th home run, and he's now in the lead for the most home runs in the MLB. With just 7 games left in the regular season, he's at 50. That's just 2 behind all-time rookie record set by Aaron Judge. It looks like second nature to Pete, as if he's not even trying. For a rookie, this is an unbelievably fast pace to be hitting all these home runs, so good for him. 4 of the 7 games are home at Citi Field against the Miami Marlins. A division rivalry and home, that would be a great setting for Pete Alonso to chase this rookie record. Make sure to keep an eye out for him as he chases down this guy right behind me. For pick number 5, let's take a look at the teams that are definitely in the playoffs. That's the Yankees, the Astros, the Cardinals, the Dodgers, and the Braves. The Astros clinched a spot last night after Springer's 3 home runs and Justin Verlander's outstanding pitching as usual. St. Louis clinched after their 3-2 win yesterday in Chicago against the Cubs. That win definitely didn't help the Cubs move further in the wildcard race, as they now see themselves just behind the Milwaukee Brewers. Who else will be joining these teams for a playoff spot? Be sure to watch the last week and a half of the regular season to find out. Pick number 4 is college football. UCLA versus Washington State. This game was crazy. If you missed it, listen to this. UCLA was trailing 49-17 with 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The Cougars fell apart afterwards, and UCLA did not give up, fought their way out of a huge hole, and eventually won the game. After trailing by 32 points, the Bruins scored 3 straight touchdowns, cutting Washington State's lead to only 11 heading into the fourth quarter. No problem for the Bruins, who scored their 4th consecutive touchdown just 32 seconds into the quarter. Fast forward to the final 2 minutes of the game. The Bruins are down by just 3 points when they score the winning touchdown. This game was incredible. There was a total of over 1,300 combined yards. That's unheard of. Hats off to the Bruins for coming back and defeating the number 19 Washington State Cougars. On to pick number 3, let's take a look at the Seahawks versus Saints game. I'm actually surprised the Saints came out on top 33-27, considering Teddy Bridgewater started in the absence of Drew Brees. Not to mention, Russell Wilson was on the other side of the field, but couldn't get his offense together to defeat the Saints. The Saints had 5 touchdowns, but only 2 of them were receiving touchdowns. Right before the half, Bridgewater threw a pass to Alvin Kamara to go into the locker room, leading by 13. Then in the third quarter, Michael Thomas had a 1-yard touchdown reception, which was the only scoring play of the entire quarter. The Saints sealed the deal in the fourth quarter and are now 2-1 on the season. They'll face the Cowboys in New Orleans next weekend on Sunday Night Football. On to pick number 2, that's another big game coming out of the NFL. That's the Chiefs and the Ravens. This one surely did not disappoint. Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson in Kansas City. This score was almost identical to the Saints-Seahawks game. The Chiefs came out on top 33-28. The Chiefs led 23-6 heading into the half, but the flow of the game took a quick turn in the second half. Both teams scored a touchdown in the third quarter, and then the Ravens made it interesting in the fourth, cutting the lead to 5 after a late touchdown. Despite the Ravens' late-game comeback, the Chiefs held on to win the first battle between these 2 young quarterbacks. I can tell you that this matchup will definitely be one to watch in the years to come. For pick number 1, how could it not be the New York Giants? I haven't witnessed a game like this from the Giants in years. I can tell you one thing. Daniel Jones will never forget his NFL debut in Tampa Bay against the Buccaneers. Both teams came out strong on the first few possessions until the Bucs really pounced on the Giants' defense in the second quarter. Not only that, but also Daniel Jones wasn't playing well and had a very costly fumble when the Giants were already down 18-10. He was sacked and couldn't hang on to the ball, which led to a touchdown drive for the Bucs. The second quarter was absolutely brutal for the Giants, who ended the half trailing 28-10. At that point in the game, ESPN Statcast gave the Bucs a 97% chance to win the game. Well, 3% was just enough for the Giants to turn it around. The Giants' defense picked up the slack in the third quarter, keeping the Bucs scoreless. Daniel Jones threw a pass to Evan Ingram for a catch-and-run play, leading to a 75-yard touchdown reception. Then later in the quarter, shot a 7-yard pass to Sterling Shepard. Then came the fourth quarter. Down to under 2 minutes left in the game. Giants trailed by 6, but they weren't done yet. 1:16 left on the clock, the Rook put it in the books with a rushing touchdown. There was no one in the middle of the entire field. That's not a drawn-up play. That's good vision from the rookie quarterback. After this start, I think it's safe to say the Daniel Jones era in New York is definitely off to a good start. Thanks so much for tuning in to Schick Pick 6. Catch episode 20 next Monday. We'll see you then.